Hello.
Hello. Oh, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Secular Creed. Today, of course, we have your host Goldman Fisher, and
Emmanuel Goldstein, the one
exactly,
and only.
yeah. So, if you haven't already, make sure to follow our Instagram page. It is at the Secular Creed. No punctuation. Just
Yeah,
one
we
full word.
we habitually give you updates on our Instagram account. So
Yes.
if you want to keep up to date with
Mhm.
with our secular creed,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
actually gonna start writing some essays as well soon.
hmm
Yeah.
we got to start debunking a lot of
Yeah,
things,
yeah, yeah. We need to debunk all the ANCOM myths and all that.
all the ANCOM myths,
Yeah,
like how they say ANCAPism is not real anarchism.
yeah.
I'm like,
And speaking of
just
that,
look at the dictionary definition, dude.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Exactly right.
So, speaking of that, sort of staying on that level of things, we are covering that. What does ANCAPism not equal?
Egalitarianism, right?
Exactly. So as you can see
So,
on oh, what's that?
oh no, well,
Oh,
you go ahead, you go ahead.
me go ahead. Okay. So as you can see on your screen here, we have a multicultural society across the world. So we have a black girl, who appears to be an Asian girl, a black boy, a white girl, another darker white girl, another white boy, an Asian boy, a white boy, and a white girl. So we have all of these across the world. So for all of you people who do not know what egalitarianism is, it is basically it's just like equality for all. Like that's what I think of it as. What
That's
about
what
you?
it is, and it's wrong
It is
because
wrong.
as the great man Hayek himself said,
Uh,
there's a difference between making everyone equal and treating everyone equally. There's a difference.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's there is a
The
difference.
latter is fine. The former, however, is it goes completely against economic law. I think you covered that in your Bernie Sanders
Yes, the Bernie
debunking.
Sanders.
You're
Yeah.
debunking. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just we need to make sure that people understand how to at least act as pseudo intellectuals. You know what I mean? Like
Pseudo intellectuals.
yeah, yeah, but the pseudo intellectual people we can at least create some of those because not we ourselves are actual intellectuals. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Those people are can be pseudo intellectuals. We can raise them at first being pseudo intellectuals and then get them to the point of being intellectuals, which inevitably that's vegan ANCAPism, anarcho
that's the
capitalism.
goal. It's the goal.
It is the
Oh,
goal.
it's the goal.
Yeah, it is the goal. So anyway, as we can see here, we have a multicultural society. So across the world. So what the thing about this is you look at other models such as anarcho-communism, anarcho-mutualism, anarcho-syndicalism, right? We have all of these economic models, right, under anarchy. The thing
Mhm.
about them is they limit what the statists would call opposition. I hate to use that word because opposition is just the exercising of indoctrination of anti-indoctrination. You're just simply exercising your rights, right. So
Oh, yeah.
that being said, in these other economic models, um, we don't have the willingness, or we don't have the ability, I should say, to practice our other models within the system. Under a voluntary society, we all know you can start your own commune. If
hmm
you're not hurting anyone,
Yes, exactly.
if you're not hurting,
Everyone needs to understand that
yes,
anarcho-capitalism can host
yes,
all other forms of anarchy, and it
yes.
we just need to revolt against the state together, brother.
We can live under a voluntary society wherein, right, you can practice and practice any economic model that you want, right? So if you say, okay, I don't like this capitalism, right? I read some what's his name, Ingalls, right?
Engels, or is it
Ingalls.
Engels? I think it's
I
Engels.
think it's Ingalls, yeah.
Yeah.
I read some Ingalls. I read some what's the other communist name? Oh wow, why is it coming to me?
Oh, is it
Wow.
Keynes? I think it's
Keynes,
Keynes.
Keynes, yeah,
Yeah.
Keynes, the other communist, the one that's he's the one who lived with Engels, right, in
Yeah.
Germany. Yeah, no, Germany or was it Brit? Oh, whatever.
It,
Aside
it,
from
it
that,
was yeah, it was Sweden, I think.
Sweden.
I
Oh,
think right
really?
after, yeah, they left Prussia, they went to go live in Sweden.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for that. So you read Keynes and you read Engels and you look at these people and you're like, these two people, their minds put together, they form this beautiful model. I want to create this anarcho-communist commune. I want this. I don't like this capitalist system. As long as you're not hurting people in any way, as long as you're not punching people in
It's
the face, blah, 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 as long as it's voluntary, and as long as you're not coercing people, you can start that commune. You can say,
yes.
"Wow, I love, I, I so love mutualism. I love the orange and the black. I love what it postulates. I love its conjectures. I want to start my own mutualistic society." Just go ahead, man. If you want to start your own little feudal system, as long as it's voluntary, then you can do it. If somebody chooses to be your slave, they can do that. Anyway, getting over that rant. So,
Amen. Ironically, of course,
yeah,
I'm a secularist.
yeah, ironically, of course, yeah.
Ironically, amen.
Anyway, um, so that being said, it's a voluntary action. You can voluntarily choose. Let's call her name Becky Lou over here. Becky Lou, this little black girl. You can choose to treat her however you want.
Yes.
If you dislike her, you dislike her. If you choose not to serve her at your restaurant voluntarily, you don't have to serve her. What do you have to say, Emmanuel?
I say that you're 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
You're 100% right. The state has no right to infringe on your individual sovereignty because those are natural rights. If there's one thing that John Locke's taught me, it's
Mm-hmm.
that you are born owning yourself, just like how Ayn Rand said, just like how Murray Rothbard said.
It's funny though, because
You own yourself.
no matter what the status, you can ask any status in the whole world. You could say, "Do you own yourself?" and they won't be able to give you an answer.
No,
That
because they don't know.
they
They've never
don't
thought about this like
know
us.
exactly.
Like
It's
libertarianism is
so
such an
asinine.
intelligent ideology.
Oh, you said libertarian?
It, yeah, it's a very well like radical in its
Yeah.
purest form, like us, like brutal.
Yeah.
You're very
Brutalist. Brutalist.
brutal.
So that being said, we don't need the non-aggression principle. We really don't. If you wish to aggress against this other economic model that you're living under, that's fine. You can create your own commune. You
As
can
long as it's
hate another
voluntary.
race, right? You can create a new Ku
Uh,
Klux Klan. What's that?
yeah, you just got to understand. As long as it's voluntary.
As long as it's voluntary. Both parties have to accept. Both
Yes,
parties.
yes. We all know that democracy is just a tyranny. It's just a tyranny of the majority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your individual rights are not, I will say this until the day I die,
Mm-hmm.
your individual rights are not subject to public vote.
Why? Why would they? Why? You're an individual. You don't mold into a group. That's not.
No,
You
that's not.
creating a unit involuntarily is coercion. It's coercion and it's statist indoctrination.
Hmm.
And the sooner that we come to
You
that
were led to believe that you
conclusion.
need
Hmm?
a state, but you do not. You do not.
Exactly.
Private companies can replace the state. The market through supply and demand can provide everything.
Hmm.
Oh boy,
We know this. This is
we know this.
proven fact.
Proof fact.
Karl
Look at
Marx,
Celtic Ireland.
Karl,
9,000 years of pure ANCAP
yes,
proven to
and it's
work,
worked. It
and
worked.
it
And
worked.
so let's cover another subject. That the AIDS pill that was risen to what was it, $750? That's asinine. That's completely imbecilic.
That's
Um,
pretty inane, yeah.
yeah, it is pretty asinine, inane. Yeah.
Inane.
But then this competing company came out with one that they charge $1 for, and what can we thank for that?
Supply and demand, baby.
Supply and demand and
I don't know, man. What
the
do you say?
free market.
Of course.
The
I
free
mean,
market.
that's pretty much what supply and demand is.
That is what supply and demand
That's the
is.
only economic law that matters. Supply and demand.
Yeah,
You don't even have to
that's
understand
it.
that economics.
Hmm.
You just need to know that supply and demand. And in socialist economies, there is no supply and demand. There isn't.
Yeah,
There isn't.
that's
There are just there's just democratic monopolies, like where you vote to give people power, and they use their power wrong, and they just ruins. It goes against human nature. You covered this. Fundamental, quintessential laws of human nature. You just go
fundamental
against
laws.
them.
I must
Fundamental.
because, and as I said, I was irate, and I must show hostility towards these individuals, these leftist
Harvard.
individuals, and I say it
And
time, and I get in so many debates. I am constantly, constantly on debates on Instagram,
constantly
constantly.
showing off. Yeah.
I'm not showing off. I'm just,
No, I show off because I'm very smart.
well, yeah, you're
I,
very
I I
smart.
think it's okay to show off if you're very smart like me. If you're dumb, just stay dumb and don't talk to people. You make us look bad.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That being said, what else would you like to cover in this episode? I mean, we're
Cover
going.
how
We need to.
important
We need to really.
important multiculturalism is.
We need to really get into the itty gritty here. We
Yeah,
really do.
because we made this video on the premise of like advocating for multiculturalism because a lot of these IG crypto fascists they've been talking some mad shit.
They
They've
have.
been going all status. They're all closet Nazis. So
Yeah,
that's how I
yeah.
see it.
Essentially, it's like
Like
you
that.
call them a neo-Nazi, they say they aren't, but then you look at their ideology and you notice
At
they're
their ideology.
their ideology. They are in fact national
They are.
socialists. Yeah, yeah.
They're pure Nazis. I mean, they'll be
Like
offended if you call them one,
Like
and
Hitler,
like Hitler himself.
like kill all the
I'm
opposition.
I'm here to just say that multiculturalism is a good way to meet new people.
Yeah,
It's a great way. I don't know.
if
It's
you
just
have like it, and it comes down to even stuff that okay, sorry if there are any children watching because I saw our age demographic, but most of you guys are mature enough to handle this. You guys are actually I've noticed a lot more 20-year-olds have been watching our videos, which is actually nice. I think our age
sex.
demographic is becoming much more diverse, because it used to be just anywhere from like 12 to 13-year-old to 13 to 16, and now we're in the
You're
20s.
molding young minds, my friend.
Yes, and I suggest you guys stick around with us because what we're teaching is something that it's a huge problem in this world, and we can cure it. We can cure almost all societal ills with ANCAPism slash libertarian brutalism. Like under
Do you
voluntary
leave people
society,
alone?
we understand that you're not supposed to be racist. Racism is horrible. So anyway, as I was
Racism
saying,
violates the non-aggression principle.
yeah, yeah. Well, we must think that we're
Kind of. If it's active racism, then you kind of have to. Yeah, you got to vote against that.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
state, the state is
The
just
state.
racist apparatus.
Exactly. They're an apparatus of power that is just it's a racist machine.
Racism is wrong. We should all live in harmony.
Yeah.
Now, modern day society, you'd think that we'd be able to accept those of different backgrounds, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. We should. We should.
It's the current. It's 2015. It's the
And
current year.
we are in the current year. And oh my god! Thank God somebody else thinks that because it's the current year. We have been living in this indoctrinated statist mentality for
I strongly support
centuries,
multiculturalism. I strongly support
millenniums.
any form of self-governance that naturally brings people together
Yeah.
force instead of marginalizing them with socialist policies that just end up being detrimental. Yes, I
Exactly.
strongly do support
Oh.
multiculturalism.
Oh.
It's like
hmm
because just it works.
Yeah. Yeah. It does.
By being multicultural, you understand things better about other people in your society
You have more
and more
voluntarists.
voluntary. By just knowing your religion and culture is no good. You need to understand more, and you're incentivized to understand more.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So,
We should pick spree too. We should all just go find significant others of different race
mhm.
and just fuck. Because
Whoa, 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 whoa,
remember,
whoa, whoa. All
I
right.
don't care. I will
I
say
know.
this until the day I die
I
to
know.
all
You just gotta
13-year-olds.
relax, my man.
Yeah, no, I'm very passionate about multiculturalism. Hitler already happened. What happened when Hitler happened? Bad. The Holocaust. It happened. That's what happens when you have a state. I'm sorry. I'm just
Do
very,
you digress? I mean, you're really into it, man.
very ignorant.
And it's good. It's good for us to be proactive. So say you have a fetish for black people, there's some
Dude,
crazy people out there. As long
and
as you are both voluntary consenting, you guys can have a slave master relationship. That's fine. There is nothing taboo in an anarcho capitalist slash voluntarist
no
society.
laws to assert dominance.
What's that?
There are no laws to assert dominance. Like
Hmm.
the Republicans, they'll stay out of your bedroom because they don't have authority in that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
exactly. But you know, if you have a state, they're not. It's not voluntary. It's a moral issue. That's our main tenet. It's a moral issue. It's not something that comes down to effectiveness. It's still effective. We'll give you that, right? What you guys are doing, the state is an effective source of power, right? It's an effective apparatus, as we
The
describe.
state is just the state is made of individuals. The
Hmm.
individual is the one that thinks. The individual plans. The individual acts. I think Mises said that somewhere. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't read his books. He has a very strong vernacular. But
Yeah, he
I mean,
does, and we could probably keep up with it, but we're just so busy.
we're so busy making videos for you kids to show you the right way.
We're so busy. We're making videos. We have school. I've been reading the Atheist Manifesto,
I've
right?
been reading Hitchens
Oh, you're
all
reading.
day.
Oh, sweet,
Yeah, yeah.
sweet, gnarly. Yeah.
Gnarly.
Anyway, so as you guys are going to pick up from this video, having a multicultural society is very important. We get more voluntarist workers. We get more voluntarist volunteers, so to speak. And it sort of just unites humans as a whole. So, is there anything else we'd like to talk about in this episode of the Secular Creed? Anything at all to you?
I don't think so. We just covered that all actions on a voluntary basis are healthier. They're just better all around because you cannot have a strong community if everyone's being coerced. If you're
Mm,
if you're living under the paradigm of statism, you're just I don't know, you're just a slave.
yeah.
Remember, Hitler, he did the same thing. It's just that they were the enemy, so you got a better I don't know non-propaganda perspective. But since you are living in under statism, you don't understand how bad it is. But we are red pills.
Yes.
We understand.
Yeah, and I totally, totally agree with that, man. Seriously, seriously,
Of course.
seriously. Like,
But do you, to our viewers, are you a voluntarist?
hmm yeah, drop a comment down there if you guys are also voluntarists, because if you're not, we'll make sure that you are within the next few
We'll
videos.
debunk all the status myths, all of them.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We'll debunk that Keynes guy.
I I think we should. I think we definitely should in the future. We
We
should.
should.
Yeah,
We
we
will.
should. Yeah, we should debunk more leftists.
We should debunk more.
All right, so now you guys know what's in the
Their
future.
ideology is self-refuting, brother. But I guess
I mean, it kind of is. Like, if you
it kind of
look at what
is.
they're saying, it's so asinine. Anyway, so now that you guys know what the future is, or what we have in the future, so to quote Thoreau, um, Henry David Thoreau,
Thorio, Thorio,
Thoreau. I
Thor,
think it's pronounced
Thor,
Thoreau. Thoreau.
A, U. So Thor, ow, Thorau,
Thoreau. Yeah, Thoreau,
Thorau.
definitely. Disobedience is the true foundation of liberty. The
Mm-hmm.
obedient must
Yeah.
be slaves. What a guy. What a guy. So,
Oh,
with that being said, we'd like to thank you for watching this episode of The Secular Creed. My name is Goldman Fisher.
the name's Emmanuel Goldstein, and we are signing out. Catch you on the flip side.
See you
Good
later,
night.
my fellow freedom fighters.
Good night.
Good night.